audience. Who in here could sing? Okay. You got me? Because this next artist, she ain't tell nobody it was her birthday, but I found out anyway, okay? Y'all trying to sing happy birthday with me? The next artist to the stage is gonna be Mesinjah. Let's go ahead and give her a happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mesinjah. Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
Peace, everyone. Thank you so very much. To reintroduce myself, I am Mesinjah, and I am presenting a song to you today. Before I get started, let me make sure everything's together. So to tell you all a little bit about the song and my story of what led me to making the song is CPS related. I was introduced by someone named Amanda Wallace, who's over here in this corner. Amanda Wallace. I started my journey as a campus echo student news writer at North Carolina Central University, and she was the first person that I interviewed. And I got to hear about her movement working with Operation Stop, well, being the founder of Operation Stop CPS, and the movement was behind protecting families who has been affected by the system, families who goes through their own trials and who shows up every day fighting battles to protect their rights and the rights for their babies. So it's just been an eye-opener from that I've learned that it's literally two-sided, the truth. So it's time to learn and dive more into the parent side as well, because the system is not just designed to tell you the full truth or be the positive light. And yeah. Does it have sound? Does it have sound, Lamani? Yes. Turn it up. All right. Everyone, I want to say also, let's try that breathwork technique again before we listen to this. So if everyone can take a deep breath, can you play it? Stop it and replay it? Yeah, take a deep breath. Inhale at your own pace. And exhale. And be open for the perspective. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't hear it. Turn it up. Let's get it. Let's go. Are you ready? Yeah. I have some mothers in here right now affected. Child Protection Services is a form of modern day slavery. Separated black families is rooted around millions of kids lost in the system now. Stripping babies from their birth name. Foster care system make a profit every day. The parents and the kids still pay. No way, we gon' let them get away. Another day we fight, making sure our kids safe. No way, we gon' let them get away. A system saying it's for protection, but in the sector of it lies are negatively affected from it. Taking kids from homes, finding ways to wrong where they belong, separating them from their parents who made sure that they were straight. The best way we know is rooted around hatred in the name of safety. Look at victims of poverty, work with families that wants to support their babies, and I know a few. When it's just being poor, how could a sister care more to take a baby from a family and search for support just to pay a random family? What? Attacking something sacred. Separated black families trying to terrorize the black image. That's crazy. Child protection services is a form of modern day slavery. Separated black families is rooted around millions of kids lost in the system now, stripping babies from their birth names. Foster care system make a profit every day. The parents and the kids still pay. No way, we gon' let them get away. Another day we fight, making sure our kids safe. No way, we gon' let them get away. Child protection services is a form of modern day slavery. Black families, millions of kids lost in the system now, stripping babies. We need the community. Moments like this, no way, we gon' let them get away. Another day we fight, making sure our kids safe. No way, we gon' let them get away. Making sure our kids safe. Let's make sure our community safe. Yeah. We gonna let them get away. The parents and the kids still pay. Yeah. Something to let y'all sit with. But thank y'all for this. And I also have a backstory behind this song if y'all got some time to spare for me. Thank y'all so very much. The video was helped by my partner, Bo Money. Thank you so much for your time and making it. So I just want to highlight a few things. So I told y'all when I started my journey as a news writer of Campus Echo, I got to learn and dive more into learning about Operation Stop CPS and families who has been affected by it that I personally got to spend time with. So it just started my research in looking more into CPS, the rights, the legislation, and everything that I need to learn to secure my path and my future with my family. But usually when you look up CPS to see exactly what it's rooted around, what it's made for, you get a lot of positive. You get a lot of positive news. You get the form that it is for protection. It's about securing kids, and that's really all that you get for the most part, that it is, they're gonna make sure that kids are protected away from neglect from their parents, abuse. You know, they're gonna make sure that they find negative acts within a family to get the kid inside of a system. And from there, it's not really the deep investigation inside the new families as much as it is for the reason of them taking it from their actual family. So that's just looking at it, things two-sided. So looking at the other side of things, you know, when we see the positive light, you want to take a look at the other stories that's within that same system, and see what else goes on, see what other voices are screaming or talking or saying something different. And when I got to experience things, I got to see positive light. My mother, she was someone who was in the system, and from her perspective, she has positive light to spread with it. She is aware that there's other things that goes on, but her perspective is not as, I guess, traumatic as someone else's. But even though it may not be, there's still room to acknowledge those stories that is. So just keeping it rooted around the protection is very sensitive because families that's affected by it, who are not financially secured, when they get introduced to stuff like this, from poverty, from being hit with the system, you start to see that the system is just playing the game for profit. How the system will rather give money to a random family or a family who, just the same amount of support that they would give to that family, they could have gave to the family who really needed it. And that's what the family showed, that was the biggest weakness or what they actually needed to thrive on with the support of the system that could have helped. But the system decided to just go ahead and continue to invest in another family to keep that separation going. And I wanted to highlight that because acts like this is rooted around the actual separation of a lot of families. So if you know, you know. And that's just why things are very, separate right now. And it's time for the community to like take acknowledgement of that, come together for the right reasons. And if you see parents or things that can be corrected, stand as a community before you feel called to call a system to take the baby away. You get it? Because that's just as if it's yours as well. So thank y'all. And before I, walk away, I just want to highlight two things that I have on this poster. This was news that was shared with child welfare. Racism is hiding in the discretion. So that's just me talking about that's just me connecting what I said about the separation of Black families and families in general, but it's rooted around the slavery acts, the auction block, if you guys are familiar with stories like that. And I also want to highlight a quote that was given by someone who's actually making a petition. His name is Dwight Mitchell. And I want to read this top quote. It says, I am fully aware there are children who do need to be removed from wretched situations and need protection. But their protection must be balanced with the constitutional rights of the mothers and fathers. And that's what that right, that constitutional right that the mothers and fathers has is something that the system tries to tweak and keep away from families. So that's why families is your job to do your part and know your rights. Learn what you have power on and how you can go about it, and also teach your kids this. So thank you. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Messenger. That you really lived up to your name just now and delivering to people an important message. Because I'm gonna be honest, I never knew this was a problem. I've never experienced this. Like, you really brought this to my awareness today, so I appreciate you for that. And I would like to know more on how we can do more. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got a little more time in your 15 minutes.
Because I have someone in the room that I do want to highlight.
Yeah, for sure.
So she is a mother. Her name is Cheryl Smith, and she is a mother and a grandmother. She has been fighting for her children from the system over a year, and she has not even seen her children in over a year. She has also been criminalized for activism ways, and I've been there standing with her at some of these activism. So I can say that she's definitely a fighter for her kids. And she refuses to remain silent. So with that, she's been criminalized. And Miss Cheryl is a longtime activist in Durham, so she's well connected with people out here that I'm connected with. And when we think about the intersection of the carceral system, I want to give a shout out to Mariah King, who has been incarcerated in Durham County for over 2 months on $80,000 bond. She was accused of abducting her own child. She continues to fight to be free from the cage and also free from her child, and also to free her child who's not mentally happy where she may be. She goes to court on Tuesday at 9 a.m. for a bond reduction hearing. So let's continue to keep her in mind and in our prayers. And also two friends that I've connected with from being with Amanda. I'm not going to share their names, but I do want to share the victories, the ones that they have made by getting their stories out and being proactive. That's what it takes from the family, to be proactive. For even if the system is not working in your favor now, it shows you that when you take the steps to do what you need to do, to show what you need to show, you're going to get everything that is deserving for you. And she has custody of her kids. The two kids that she has, they're actually with her mother right now, but things has been progressing in her favor. So I just want to give a shout out to the families that I know, and thank you for still fighting every day. And we're going to continue to support and root for you all. Yeah.